Oh, and then let me go here because let me see what my dad asked because. Pobrecito. I'm gonna forget if I don't.
Pobrecito.
Ask about the signature.
Pobrecito Yubi.
That's my dad, my old boy, man. Ask about the signature and how he came up with the idea of making it his iconic logo. Yeah, that's cool. You did mention this.
So my signature, I always had. I'm self-taught in photography. I've always wanted to take it since middle school, and they would never give it to me. I always picked it as an elective, and I never got it from middle school through all high school.
Haters.
Yeah, but it just goes to show you, lo que es pa ti es pa ti. You know what I mean? And I only got TV production in '99, which back then we were editing from VHS tape to VHS tape.
Wow.
So, and mind you, there was already DVDs and digital was out, but the schools weren't caught up yet.
What app are you using to edit VHS?
The apps didn't exist, bro.
Oh, I mean, what software?
It was a machine. It's a
Oh.
machine. It's not computers. It's a machine that you put one tape with the other one. It's connected to a TV, and you press play, record, stop, rewind, fast forward, record. Yeah, it's literally like cutting. Like, I don't know if you know how you used to edit films. You used to cut film and
like
then
that.
tape it.
So like that. Yeah, that's
but it was more advanced.
the next step of it. Yeah, the advanced technological version.
It was a Final Cut before Final Cut was a thing.
Where'd you go, primo? To Hialeah?
Nah, Barbara Goldman. I'm from the West.
Hey, shout out to the Gators. Hey, all my Gators in the building. That's crazy.
But the signature was like, you know, photography was my art form since it wasn't technical because I wasn't educated on it. I always, since artists signed their paintings, I always wanted to sign my photos, and that's where it came from. My problem is, and I joke around, like the reason why I became a photographer is because I have really ugly handwriting. And at the hospital, they used to confuse my handwriting with the doctor's handwriting, because I don't know if you know like the joke about doctor's handwriting. They write so fast, it's hard to read shit, and it's scary because people have died because a person will put the wrong orders in because the doctor wrote it so sloppy.
That's crazy.
So it's kind of crazy, but. A friend of mine's, Ben, had beautiful handwriting, and I told him, hey, I want my signature. So he actually wrote it like Derek G like 7 times, and I picked Derek number 2 and G number 6.
Shout out to Ben.
Yeah.
That is so funny. That's crazy.
We scanned it, and then we erased everything, put it together, and that's when my logo came out. But and I met Ben at that barbershop job because the owner of the barbershop also had a graphic design company right next door. So I used to hang out next door with them because they were like the computer guys, and that's what I wanted to do. And because that's where I met him, and I'm still friends with him to today. He helps me out with Live on 305 and all that stuff. So yeah, so we always joke around. It's like, yo, sometimes it gets crazy. Like, yo, you'll forever be my bitch. My handwriting's on your arm.
No, oh wow, because
it's his handwriting.
That's crazy.
So he goes. That's actually my signature. That's what he tells me.
That is crazy. I mean, that's a genius idea though. Like my handwriting sucks. My signature is my initials. So, but that's a genius idea.
My actual signature is my initials too. My uncle taught me.
That's funny. Okay.
My handwriting's on your arm.
No, oh wow, because
it's his handwriting.
That's crazy.
So he goes. That's actually my signature. That's what he tells me.
That is crazy. I mean, that's a genius idea though. Like my handwriting sucks. My signature is my initials. So, but that's a genius idea.
My actual signature is my initials too. My uncle taught me.
That's funny. Okay.
Putting that signature on everything is the best thing I ever did. And I originally was gonna be Derek G Photography, but then when I realized like I wanted to be more than photography, I took the photography out and just left the signature. It just kind of let it be what it was, and people would scratch their head and like, oh, what is that? Who is that? And it'd be one of those things where like I would meet people, they'd see the tattoo and be like, yo, are you the dude that shoots us? And I'm like, yeah. Like, oh shit. So it was the best thing I ever did was create that signature. And like, mind you, I didn't understand branding or marketing. I just knew like I wanted to make sure like people knew like that was my shit. You know what I mean? It was very I don't want to say ignorant, but it was very like primitive. It was a very primitive mindset of mine that I just like, yo, I just want to make sure no one snatches my shit.
Fact.
And I mean, it turned into what it turned into.
And then you've worked with so many people in the game. Is there anybody that you haven't worked with yet that you'd like to work with?
Direct. I've worked with almost everybody indirectly.
Yeah, indirectly, but like just somebody you'd like to shoot, you know, create some type of content with that you haven't had pass with.
I've always said it, if I could have like anyone in like whatever era I wanted, it would probably have been like Madonna in the 80s or like in the 90s because she was in La Loca. So she'd probably be down for like some crazy shit. But obviously like I've never worked directly with like a Bad Bunny. Obviously I got Cardi before she was Cardi B, when she was Bacardi. Like, you know,
just Sexy Red too.
Sexy Red, but Sexy was already popping when I got to work with Sexy. Glorilla was already popping when I got to work with her. Like on the newer side, Doja Cat, same thing. Yeah. But like for example, I got Kendrick. when he was like high power. Like I got Kendrick back then. You know what I mean? And like I didn't know who he was. I get a call. I'm in LA and I get a call from Mac Main like, yo, I'm gonna text you an address and a phone number. Go over there at 2:00 and shoot this kid's verse for this video we need you to shoot. What's the treatment? It's like, I don't know. We have access to the kid for 2 hours. Go shoot something with him and then wrap everything else around it. And it was a song with Kendrick, Birdman, Mac Main, and Ace Hood called B-Boy or D-Boy, and Khaled.
Yeah, I think it's D-Boy.
And I had to shoot. I shot all of them separately, and I had to have it make sense. But literally, I got the call like at 11 a.m. in LA.
Wow.
And then right there, I called my homie Ev and my homie Angel out in LA, and I was just like, yo, they just threw this shit on me. I have to go shoot this kid. K Dot is what it wasn't even Kendrick Lamar. It was K Dot. We have to go to this dude Top's house, and then Angel knew who they were. I don't think Ev knew who they were. I had no idea who they were, but I knew who J-Rock was.
Yeah, J-Rock was the first one popping from that.
And I was like, oh, he's on J-Rock's label. I was like, all right, cool. We get there. Schoolboy was there. I don't know who Schoolboy wasn't nothing yet. The DJ and I saw them, and we just went down the block. It was really cool. It was literally me and my two guys, and it was like 4 of them, like in this neighborhood, like on the outskirts of Compton. And we got to shoot that. And that's when, like, back then I used to get like drops from everybody. Like getting a drop was like a thing back then.
The thing to do.
And then it's like I got really cool drops from them, so I got that back then. The first time I ever worked with Drake, funny now we're talking Kendrick and Drake, was Money to Blow, and I'm interviewing him, and I just he was one of the people because it was like my job to shoot it, and I was like, hey, I'm so and so. At the end of the interviews, like, you know, when you see that black and red, when you see that signature, you know that's legit. He said something like that. It's like, okay, he knows who I am.
You are now behind the scenes with Derek G. You know what it is when you see the black and the red and the Derek G, what it do?
Derek G.
Watching DerekG.com. Yo, Derek G, you know I gotta introduce the world.
Derek G, the #1 photographer, videographer in the motherfucking business. Don't ever get it twisted.
Derek G.
Hey, Derek.
It's Derek G. Get it right. Behind the scenes, you already know. DerekG.com.
DerekG.com.
Derek G is behind the camera. Mac Main's in front of the camera.
Derek G out here.
Dog, Derek G. Y'all already know what time it is. You see Payne up there talking shit, right? Payne, say what's up to Derek G. He's getting good at Spanish.
Nigga, Derek G behind the trick.
Chris Robinson, Robot Films, here with Derek G. It's the man behind the camera.
Yo, Derek G. You know I know you're always here for the behind the scenes, so.
And I was like, all right, cool. So it was like I got Nicki Minaj, like I got all of them, like obviously that whole like Tyga, Nicki, Drake, I got all of them, like, and I was there in 2009 when Young Money started. That's when like they all had just gotten signed, so I got to see all that happen. But like when it comes to like, it has to be like I said, like a Madonna, like something weird. And him, I mean, Dr. Dre probably. You know, I got to work like with Aftermath artists. I worked with Snoop a bunch of times, but like Dr. Dre would probably be somebody. Jay-Z I've shot in concert. Kanye I've shot on set. Like, I don't know, name me an artist, bro. I have no idea.
Yeah, no, you did good. Yeah, I can't wait till you do Bad Bunny. I'm sure you're gonna do a crazy work.
Like Bunny's worn my gear on stage. I think
really?
It wasn't Coachella. I think it was iHeart Festival. I think it was like the first time he was like the only Latin artist there. And I had sent him a care package when I did this whole Play Different thing of like this Bunny shit. And he wore one of the visors on stage. And I got to see it like as I was watching the actual concert.
So dope.
And then when he did that whole album with the little kid in the 90s room. I don't know if you remember all that content.
That was like two albums ago. He did the visualizers with
with the little kid in the room.
Yeah, every song had one.
So about 50% of the stuff in that room was mine. So I helped decorate that room.
Oh my God, that's
so like
so
all like
crazy.
the vintage stuff, like even like the door, like with the collage, I physically did that collage. So I have footage of all that stuff. We just never put it out there. But like the Lamborghini poster, I have that in my garage. And funny enough, they recreated that room in Puerto Rico for like a Bad Money museum they did like 2 years ago or something. Wow. And they tried to buy all that stuff off of me, and I think I sold them like 3 of the items. Everything else, like, yeah.
Oh, you did sell them stuff?
Some stuff, but it was like stuff that I know I can find. Like the Lamborghini poster, I still have. Like there's certain things where
the
I was
big
like,
stuff.
Yeah, like I sold them a neon sign which I can have remade, but everything else, I kept most of it just because it's like rare.
That's crazy.
And funny, I bought that poster at the swap shop for $5.
Wow, bro.
I saw it at the swap shop. Like, yo, how much? The guy's like, you're the boss. You make the poster. I'll give you $5. It's like, it's yours. And it's literally like a Lamborghini poster, like the size of like bigger than that window.